David and I met about 8 years ago at City Fitness. I was introduced to him from a physiotherapist wanting to do some rehab work. When I was introduced to David, the person that was working with him at the time told me all the things that he couldn't do. And since then, I've just grown to look for things that he can. We'll be able to glide it through. Yeah. I think turn on his back. Yeah. All right, and so for them, instead of just dragging back. So let's get him there. You're going to get
We're spinning him around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Spin around this way, Dave. That's it. We've got you.
Got his head.
We got you. We got you. We got you.
Hold him a sec.
We're good like that.
When he was 17, he had a motorcycle accident. He was in England and he went around a cyclist. And he thought that he cut it a bit close. So witnesses sort of saw him sort of look behind to see if the cyclist was all right. And then he basically ended up headfirst into a power pole. And basically he's limited use, very limited use on his right side and partial use on his left-hand side. Limited speech, but all his talking is in his eyes, and you can see that.
Yep, come on.
You know those ones?
Come on. Go, David.
Pick them all off.
Hello.
How are you?
We're good. We're doing well.
I've been. Good work, man.
David and the Wairua Warrior. Our first event, David came along with his mum and dad and his carer at the time, and he spent about 2 hours on the last A-frame obstacle, just watching competitors come through. And you can see in his eyes, he just wanted to be a part of it. And towards the end of the day, his mum came over and talked to me and asked if there's any way we could get David over the A-frame. As much as I wanted to get him over, we still had competitors on the course, so coming through, so it would have held them up and it just would have caused a bit of I guess, congestion. And to be honest, we weren't ready for it, and safety is paramount with everything we do. I saw the disappointment in his face, in his eyes. You know, he really wanted to do it, and I felt really bad for it. And just right then, it just popped in my head. I said, "Don't worry, David. Next year, we'll get you around the course."
Up, stand up.
Yeah. All right. Okay, turn and face me.
Well done, David.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, up.
Woohoo!
Right, put your arm around my shoulder, mate.
Well done. Yeah.
Well done, mate.
All good.
Not just
Come on, Dave. One.
good work, guys.
And then the other one.
Right, buddy, take your time, Dave. Get your foot short.
The
Before you
other
put it
one.
down, that's the way.
So the next thing was our chair, to get a decent chair, a chair that could handle the terrain, and that was quite difficult. When we started our Give a Little campaign to raise money for the specialised wheelchair for David, we got up to the half amount needed. So we needed $6,000 for this chair, being a demo model, and we got about just over $3,000 quite quickly, and then it kind of stalled. Then, for some unknown reason, we had an anonymous donation of $2,800, which got us across the line, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Over the ties? Yeah, yeah.
Down the ditch, over the 2 walls.
Oh, it's going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? Over? No, you want to do that? Really? But you're not doing it.
So we're just going to be careful on those ties.
Yeah.
All right, so they're not secure. So the top ones are a lot more firmer than these bottom ones here.
Yep.
Okay, so we just got to make sure we get some good grip and just communicate with each other.
Sorry, David.
And you just sit there and look pretty, David. All right.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, up.
Righto.
Up.
Oh, yeah, you're done.
Ready?
Yep. Woo.
All right.
All right. Aim for there.
Yeah.
Aim for there. Okay.
Got him, bud?
Down.
Yep, I got him.
Here we go. Come
Well
on.
done, guys.
Yeah.
Good one.
Good job, David.
Woohoo!
Another obstacle down, Dave.
Who's your daddy?
The team. It was very important that we just didn't have a team of able-bodied people that could help get David across the course or get around the course. We've got plenty of people that can do that. They all needed a connection. Jess was his main carer at the time and really is quite passionate about the cause and David, and did a lot of work with him as well. Saya was David's speech therapist, and she's got a special connection with David, and more of a softer connection, which is important. Then we had Simon. Simon was a client of mine actually, and Simon, I've known Simon for years. And if you ask Simon, you know, I've actually asked him if he wants to do the Wairua Warrior, and he says no way. But the funny thing with Simon was that he wouldn't do it for himself, but he'd do it for David. And so that was the bulk of our team. And towards the end, Jess ended up getting a full-time job teaching at Nelson Boys, so he couldn't care for David on the same level. And so we ended up Barbara getting another carer for David and Jay, and Jess slotted into the role and just immersed himself into what we were doing, and was really easy to work with. So everyone that came on board was meant to be.
Bring the chair right over here, Greg. We'll sit right there.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Yeah.
So where we're up to and how far we've got to go. And
We are, well, we'll be close to about a third of the way through. So about 2.5k in. So we've still got another 4 odd k to go yet. So we're going to head on back up there. We've got a couple more obstacles. Next one we've got some more burpees coming up, but that's all right. David seems to be handling the burpees very well. So we're in good spirits at the moment. Hey, Dave.
we're all good.
We're all good.
Let's do it.
Step up here, David. David, hit that foot up.
This one?
You right, Dave?
You right?
Stand down. That's it. Nice.
Got it.
Okay, we've got one more.
Hang on.
All right. Yeah. Ready? Go. Good spot. Yeah. Good spot.
Right-hand side, there's less distance to go through the barbed wire.
Sean, you want to get on barbed wire, please?
Yep.
Okay, gotta go low with this one, Dave. I'll get your feet.
Go with me, alright?
Just a leg, mate.
I'll try not to pull so hard. Hey, look! How are you?
That's it, buddy. Keep it rolling.
We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there, all right? We're getting there. Come on, mate. Right, 2 minutes.
Gosh, rubber.
Oh my goodness. Where we're up to?
We are pretty much about halfway.
Are we
So,
halfway,
has anyone got a time check? What's our time check?
Oh, yeah, what is time?
11, so we got an hour. We got an hour.
We take an hour and a half, we put like thought.
I would say it wouldn't be close off the last block anyway, but yeah, halfway. Still in good spirits. David's working hard, so I think we're all working hard as well. So I tell you what, I'm really pleased. There's some obstacles that I thought we'd probably pass, but we've been getting over. So
Let's go.
that's good work for the team. Team David.
Hey, look!
Hey.
That's it. That's it.
Reach and grip. One more team.
Man. There you go, mate. Awesome. Keep going. That's it. Going. And lower it down. That's good.
swearing. Heal the way.
Everybody, get away.
You recognize this guy?
Yeah.
How you doing, pal?
He's doing good.
He's smashing it.
More than good.
Go on, I'm not stopping you. Woohoo! Yeah,
Go,
we're
go.
setting the
Come on.
course record. Hello. How are you?
Well done. Hello. Hello. Well done.
He's still now on in.
He's not too tired.
That'll keep you going, David.
Is that recording? Is it still working?
Yeah, it seems to be.
Hope it's on.
Yeah. You're going to be in time for the prize giving.
We may be, we should be.
Have a look out there, buddy. We get going.
We're not far now, we're heading around past the Ditch of Doom, and then we're going to head into the home straight, get David up on the monkey bars, and another cargo net, then we're going to balance, and then cross the river, then we're home. So we're going well. Going up there, going up.
Keep your feet up, David.
Hold on to that, mate. Left. Yep. I'll stop it. Go forward. That's it. We're good. Alright, monkey duck. Basically what we're doing is monkey bars, and what we're going to do with David is we're going to get him sort of up. He's going to swing with his left arm. He's going to go from bar to bar, and we're just going to support him. We'll get him to a single bar, and we'll do the same down the other end. Safe, Dave?
There you go.
There you go. Over there, buddy. That's it, that's it. And again. And again. That's it. And again. And again. Up, up, up. That's it. There you go, buddy. There you go. You right? I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. Yep. I got you. I got you. And again. That's it, Dave. Good, good. Keep going, mate.
Nice, David. Keep it going.
Go, buddy.
Up,
There you go, David.
Up, up, up. Up.
Go, mate. Keep going. 2 more, buddy. 2 more.
That's the one. What are you doing, mate? Let's go.
Next one.
Get that last one.
Last one.
Go
reach.
get it.
Reach, 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 reach.
Get there, David. Well done, buddy. Awesome effort.
Yeah. We got this. Last time we do this today, mate. We got this. What goes on tour stays on tour. Okay, balance, guys. Righto. Last one. Yeah, step up on there, Dave. Step up on top. Take your time. Take your time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Take your time. Hold his neck up. That's it. Yep. You right there?
Nice, David. Well done. This one. It's just like at home, okay?
Yeah.
Well done. And that one.
Good. Get off out there.
This one more kick. Yeah. Woohoo!
Alright, buddy. Good work.
Get it, David. Good
Okay.
job.
Come around behind me, Sam.
It's kind of a bit unfair that I start pushing now.
biggest thing I take away is the fact that we deal with obstacles every single day. Whether they're forced upon us or whether they're part of us, but we deal with issues every single day. Obstacle course racing obstacles are physical. They do create an emotional response, but they're physical in nature. But the ways to break down an obstacle, whether it be physical or emotional, are exactly the same. And the big thing I take away from this is that if anyone had a right to say, you know what, I can't do this, then David has that right. But you'd never get him saying that. You know, he will always want to give it a go. So the big message, I guess, I want to push out there more than anything else is David doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to go out and prove himself to anybody. He just wants to do something that we take for granted.
Awesome.